This is a classic trick the Conservatives pull. Oh, for the love of God, we're not conservative! Yeah, you are. They'll announce something indefensible like,
We're cutting 2.8 billion from universities because, why not? Fuck them.
and before the guys at uni even have a chance to complain, who put up posters like, meeting at Sydney Uni Loft Bar to impeach Donald Trump. We have the jurisdiction to do that, don't underestimate me. The Liberals will give the media cycle what I like to call a political chaser shot. They'll announce,
University cuts! Yeah, chuck it!
What?
Don't worry about it! Don't worry about it! Chug, 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 chug!
What was that?
Gonski 2.0! Yeah, chaser, mate! Chaser!
Gonski 2. Whoa!
and so everyone immediately forgets the university cuts because they're left with that sweet, sweet aftertaste of Gonski 2.0, because Gonski 2.0 sounds good. As we all know, sequels are always better than the original. The Matrix 2 instantly springs to mind, which I think was $130 million devoted entirely to answering the question, are there Rastafarians in the Matrix?
There is. Finally some closure. I mean, I'm glad The Matrix was made, but The Matrix 2 needed to be made.
Look, what I'm trying to say is that The Matrix 2 was shit. And so's Gonski 2.0. If Michael Jackson were reviewing it, I'd have the sneaking suspicion that he'd describe it as bad. Because remember, the entire point of Gonski was to address the issue that in this country, if you live in a poor area, you are going to get a worse education. We're one of just 7 developed nations where the disadvantaged receive less teaching aids, less teachers, less equipment, less rich kids who get like $10 a day to spend at the canteen for the POV kids to pester like seagulls.
Oh, please, man, can I have a taste? Just as like the smallest taste. Fuck off, it's not a sharing food. Please, man, just a bit, like that much, just that much, man. How about new Goldmember? What? Oh yeah, no one currently in school would have watched Austin Powers.
But that didn't used to be the case. Back in the day, we would have all seen Austin Powers. And even before that, under Whitlam, we had something similar to Gonski, and as a result, we were the second most educated population in the world. We were where South Korea is today, which is saying a lot, seeing as that is a country that is almost completely full of people who wear glasses. But thanks to, I don't want to point fingers here, so we're going to use an actor's face to hide the identity of this Prime Minister, John Howard, who decided that a better investment than our children's future would be his future as he began to dismantle needs-based funding and replace it with the SES scheme, which is just an abbreviation for giving a shitload of taxpayer money to private fucking schools, because Lord knows that a better use of our public money than teaching a blind kid Braille in Blacktown is to give that same money to fucking Ascom so it can use it to loan the Thinker for its atrium.
Gonski's making a difference right here.
So obviously all the good teachers started pulling into the wealthy areas, and the disadvantaged were left with those teachers that say,
Okay, I am really stressed today, so everyone is just gonna have to do their work.
I got a better idea, miss. How about you suck my dick?
Oh my god! I told you I was stressed today and you used it against me!
you know where Australia's ranked now? 39th out of 41 developed nations. Feel good about yourself, Australia. You're beating Turkey and Romania.
Yeah, that's for the Anzacs, Turkey.
So again, to all the inner city wankers that insist on writing to me despite the mountains of evidence,
Actually, both the major parties are fucked because all my friends think so and none of us have done any research.
I finally understand how you can keep thinking that, and that's because you're a product of John Howard's education system and are therefore worse at maths than Borat, and don't know the difference between the numbers 2 and 39, but for everyone else, Labour's Gonski was fixing this. Take Lithgow, for example, which beautiful area, filled to the brim with those people that say,
G'day, mate, your car's broken down. You got a wrench or something I can use like that?
No, sorry.
No, it's alright, I'll just use one of my ribs and...
some of the most genuine, sincere people you'll ever meet, but you know, there's also a lot of mums in the local Target that have no shame at all yelling from the other side of the store at their 4-year-old who's not doing anything, just looking at the toys.
You're a fucking asshole, ain't it?
That kid has zero chance in life at all. If you have shit parents and you go to a shit school, of course you're going to wind up at 30 saying without a trace of irony,
If you want to stretch out your household budget, I suggest you dock your dog's tail with a rubber band.
but with Gonski and Lithgow High, a school where 78% of the kids are from the lowest and second lowest economic quartile, 13 of them graduated in the highest band in the HSC and 54 graduated in the second highest. Brought a tear to my eye when I read that. It means that 60% of the year beat the most solid predictor of academic performance, which is how wealthy the household you come from is. It's all because of Gonski. It's a big call when you're talking about a government who held the public in such high contempt, but the SES scheme was one of the most destructive legacies of the Howard government. It meant we abandoned 2 generations of kids to an almost guaranteed lifetime of poverty because we didn't give them the tools they needed to dig themselves out, and also we could redirect those funds to spoiled brats in Potts Point who have gross aspirations in life like,
I want to work for BuzzFeed Oz Politics.
this is why I'm begging you, don't fall for Gonski 2.0. It is the exact same trick Malcolm Turnbull pulled with broadband when the debate was,
Good broadband. No broadband. Shit broadband. The logical middle.
it's a cheap, well, it's not cheap, it's costing us $8 billion, but it is an $8 billion PR stunt designed to make Malcolm Turnbull look like the reasonable centre. Well, for those of you who are the educational products of Howard, cutting $22 billion instead of $30 billion is not even mathematically the centre. But it is when it comes to disabled kids. Only half of the 500,000 handicapped kids that are currently in the education system will see a dime of this Woolworths brand Gonski, which means that many of the half that actually do will receive,
There you go, a dime.
Gonski 2.0, better than nothing. While all the progress that has been made in areas like Grafton, Coonabarabran, Sydney's West, all of that will start sliding back. These schools will never reach the minimum resource standards, and yet the Liberals are claiming,
No, schools like this. There you go, champs. You'll be getting $67,000 more from Gonski 2.0.
yeah, than they would have if we were up to Edward Scissorhands, but under Labor's Gonski, real Gonski, these schools stand to lose millions, and it's all because the Liberals have OCD for PLC. That's right, 62%. Basically 2/3 of the Gonski money is being redirected away from public schools and into private schools.
Well, there's not just economic disadvantages to overcome, there's also cultural, you know.
You remember that the next time some smug hipster moron says,
Man, when you actually open your eyes and then proceed to not read anything, you soon realise that both major parties are fucked. Doesn't matter if Labor or fucking Liberal are in.
does to the kids.